Έχω υπογράψει χαρτί ότι αυτές δεν θα τις δημοσιεύσω πουθενά.
Αύριο ο καθένας σας να έχει μια τέτοια δουλειά. Γριές και γέρους στο χωριό, στη Θάσο, ξεβράγκοντας.
Ναι. Πώς πήρες ένα γέρο έτσι εύκολα, πρέπει κάπως να είσαι εμπλοκή με αυτό. Αυτό είναι εμπλοκή, αυτό δεν είναι δρόμος. Το δρόμο κάθεσαι, παρατήρησε, είσαι μακριά. Ο Μπρεσόν βλέπει κάτι στα φεγγαριά και πάει έτσι παγώ, ούτε καν τους αγγίζει, ούτε καν τους μιλάει, ούτε τίποτα. Είναι άλλο πράγμα, τελείωσα. Διαφορετικό.
Ενώ ο Άντερς.
Όχι, αυτό είναι ένα.
Ο Άντερς πάει, τους μιλάει, τους κάνει κουβέντα, πίνουν μαζί, είναι φίλοι του κάτι, μόνο έτσι δεν.
Το να είσαι απ' έξω, δεν μπορείς να κάνεις και ένα βήμα κοντά.
Ναι.
Δηλαδή...
Εγώ πιστεύω αυτό κάνει άκερμα. Αυτό συνδυάζει και δρόμο και αυτό. Είναι κάπως ενδιάμεσο. Άμα δεν δουλειά το άκερμα, το κάνει πάρα πολύ έντονο.
Μπορείς να μια-δύο στιγμές. Τα έχεις βάλει με τη λογική που θα βλέπεις εσύ αυτά στο κέντρο ή όχι? Όχι.
It's not they're not in an order, but
no, okay,
you can.
Okay, so tell me about it then.
So yes, I'm trying to build something with this, with all these pictures. You know, like a world. You know, constructed by the feeling.
Yeah.
That it's in this picture. Some pictures are in between pictures. For example, like that.
Yeah.
To keep a balance and an order. And I imagine it as a book or an exhibition.
Okay. So. So what's going on here?
Oh, so it's the same girl.
Yeah, but who is this girl?
It's a girl. No, you know, it's not.
Near you is a girl near you, friend girl.
A friend, yes, a friend.
So why is she crying?
She's not crying.
Oh, she looks like she's crying.
Yeah, that's photography. I'm changing her.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out what's because like we're looking at pictures which are like they look like they could be, I don't know, sex pictures, brothel pictures, and then there's other pictures where there's a girl crying and there's knives. So I'm trying to get what's the link?
It's not like a movie, you know. It's like a start, a medium, and end. You know, it's.
But what's the link?
It's a common atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
That's,
right.
So.
A mood.
A mood, yes. A mood that I want to have it from, you know, even if it's a pizza or plants or a person or, you know, or knives or it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Maybe in some kind of mood, but they're all together.
Okay.
And also, you know,
what would you call it?
I call it the image of the self. Of me, it's how
you see the world.
My relationship with the world.
Okay.
Sometimes it's how I see them, how I see other people, or how I feel, or some, you know, about the connection.
Okay. And that's rubbish.
Yes.
Like rubbish. Okay. Because I think there's a real strong mood in some of the pictures. Very strong. But I think there are some pictures for me that don't fit.
Okay. Just tell me.
And I would say that doesn't fit, and the pizza doesn't fit, and that doesn't fit. Okay, this is just my opinion.
Yes,
just my opinion. Okay, you can totally ignore me when I've gone.
Yes, of course. But I want you to tell me why.
Yeah. Well, the reason why is that I don't see the mood that you're saying in these pictures. But I do in other ones.
Okay.
And when you put these in, it makes the mood less.
Less.
Yeah. So it's like watering it down, as we'd say. In English.
Okay.
Yeah. What's this?
It's a car.
No, but what's this?
I think it's mud.
Right. Okay. That's okay.
But I don't think that matter what this actually is. But
no, but when you look at it, because I don't know what it is, and I look at the other pictures, I think it might be
sperm from the nature.
Or sick. You know, sick, vomit.
Sickness. Yeah.
You like that. You start to imagine things that maybe aren't really there because of the other pictures.
Yeah.
I really like that one. that? Because the thing is, at the moment, I'm looking at these pictures and he's losing a lot of detail in the shadows, loads.
Χάνεις πολλές λεπτομέρειες της σκιάς.
I mean, look at that picture there, that one. I mean, I know you can't see it very well on there, but it's really,
δεν είναι πιο φωτεινή κανονικά.
Really dark on here.
Ναι,
I think it has to do with the adjustments of his.
Όλες είναι πιο φτηνές.
Every one of these photos is brighter than you see it.
What, here?
Έχει πολύ contrast here.
Alright.
No, there's a field contrast. Δεν είναι contrast. Dark and contrast field.
Alright.
Yeah.
What screen does he work on?
Τι οθόνη βλέπεις?
22.
Is it a flat screen? When I left, I became an assistant, so I was helping other photographers. And these photographers, I learned lots about light, learning to use light in the studio and on location. And I did advertising photography for a long time. And I also taught photography at weekends and the evenings and things like that. And then when I became a photographer myself, I carried on the teaching. So I've done the two things side by side. And that's quite unusual. In the UK, people don't normally do that. They do one or the other. They don't do both. And actually it's been very useful to me because as my career has gone on, I've found that projects that I want to do, I can find money to do those projects because I'm not doing what commercial photographers do, and I'm not purely a fine art photographer. I'm somewhere in the middle. So my work is some of my work could be considered quite artistic, but at the same time it has a purpose. And then because it has a purpose, there's always somebody to pay for it. And because there's somebody to pay for it, it means that I have the time to do it, and I can go on and do another project because I can show that I've done it before. So anyway, this is kind of, I've been working as an advertising photographer for many years, and I started to get to the point where I was really getting bored of taking pictures for people, adverts, and getting paid money to do the pictures. To start with, it's great, you go out and you're in London and a bus goes past and there's one of my pictures. And I think, wow! And then you go down the London Underground and there's one of my pictures and you think, this is fantastic. But then when that's happened like for 5 or 6 years, you start to think, you get bored. And well, I did anyway. And then you start to think, all these pictures that I'm doing, they're crap. I mean, excuse my French. With my camera, batteries are going flat. Just relax for a bit. And so I'm doing this and I'm watching them and fiddling around with the camera and watching them. And then I'll just go on one. He sits down in the seat of the car with his legs out and she leans onto him and she actually starts to fall asleep. And so I think, I like this, so I start coming round and get my camera set up. And I said to him, you cuddle her, you get down and cuddle her. And they're actually falling asleep. And it was like photographing a still life. They didn't move. And first of all, I just bang, 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 I did the machine gun. And then I thought, they're not going to move. So I just moved over here and tried a bit more flash, bit less flash. Over here, a bit more, less flash, move around, more daylight. And it was like, it went on for quite a while. And I was thinking, well, I think I've got that now. One of those is going to be okay. And then I thought, well, if they're going to fall asleep, let's see them asleep where they sleep. So I asked them to get into the car, and they got into the car, and they went to sleep. And that thing I said where I'll position people's hands. So when they're lying in the car, I just move their arms so you get that nice shape. And then they went to sleep. And I took quite a few pictures where they're asleep. And I'm like lying sideways across the front seats. And I've got a flash bouncing off the ceiling. And then there's all this sunlight coming in. So it would be too harsh.